Hey everyone! Today I am working on my Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts, and I'm working on week 27, and the prompt is maps or travel, so I'm going to go with the travel theme. And I have this Crafter's Companion stamp set that has this stamp with a bunch of different famous buildings. And then I have this sentiment from Stamps by Me that says, I want to make memories all over the world. And I thought that was fitting with that stamp. And then this set also has several stamps and things like that, and a few on here that I might use with some tickets maybe. And then I have this set that I picked up at the dollar store actually. I picked it up to work on a travel scrapbook that I'm doing, and it's got just some fun travel type things. So I might use that, I'm not sure. But these two for sure. I've got my watercolor cardstock, and I'm just going to line that in there. I want to stamp those buildings first. Perfect. I wasn't sure if they all fit on there. I think I've only used that stamp once. And probably when I first got this set, when I was just practicing, I think like quite some time ago. So this is probably my first time actually using it on a card. And I'm going to stamp it in VersaFine Clair Nocturne. And I just want a light impression of it right now. That should work well enough for what I need. Just going to clean that stamp off, and I'm going to leave it in the MISTI where it is, because I'm going to come back and stamp over that again. But first I want to add some color here. I had not thought of what I want to do at the top of the card. Just thought of that now. Anyways, I have some different markers here that I got secondhand that still have a lot of life in them, and I did test them out on some scrap cardstock paper with some water, and they do like a watercolor effect. So I did not plan which colors I want where. Maybe should I go all the way up to the top? I didn't think this through. I was thinking of kind of watercoloring some color behind here. But then what am I doing with that space? I don't know. I've got some water. I've got a paintbrush and my water sprayer. So I think I'll just do over the buildings to start with. Add some water there, some water to that. And I just kind of wanted to lightly have some color. There. What do I want to do next? Do I want to do maybe I'll just do purple next. Would the yellow look okay next to that? I don't know. I'm not good with colors. I think I almost want to go with this one. That's such, oops, went into the wrong one. This light little one there. Then let's do maybe pink, blue, yellow. Okay, that was kind of my thought. And then let that dry and stamp over it again with black. But should I make those colors just go all the way up? You know what, maybe let's add some water up there. I'm gonna go with the yellow first, and let's just bring some of the color up throughout the top of the card. What's next? This one. And then this one really is super light. And then this one. And then this one. A little spray. Okay, I am going to let that dry and come back. Okay, that dried beautifully. So with a nice soft pastel effect. So I'm gonna bring the MISTI back in, line it back up, and I'm going to again stamp it with my VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink and do it much darker this time. Beautiful. Give that a quick wipe. And I am going to heat set this with clear embossing powder, but I'll do that off screen. Okay, the next thing I should do probably is maybe stamp my sentiment. That is from this set. So I should bring my MISTI in again. Now, probably I'm thinking here. Let me just see if I like that. Okay, I'll do that in VersaFine Clair Nocturne. Okay, and I will also heat set that off screen. Okay, I've grabbed some light ink pads that I think should work with those, and I am gonna grab I want that big one. That's really big. Let me look at these little ones instead. Actually, that big one's probably too big. There's some really pretty ones in this set. And what else have we got? I don't know if I want to do the tickets. I don't know how full I'm going to make this. I think I will do this one there. With maybe another one just off. I think I might just do several of these little ones. And call it done, maybe. Is there anything in this set? Oh, you know what I like? I like this little stamp with the plane on it and it says arrival. That's cute. I also kind of like the ticket, but I probably won't use the ticket on this one. So let's go. That's the one I just used, yeah. Okay, so let's do this one with the plane. How about right there? And these don't, I missed a bit, but these don't have to be perfect because stamps on your passports are never perfect. Let's do a yellow. That's the one. How about that one right there? And I think I'm gonna do this one also in yellow right there. You know what I did not take into account? If I was going to trim it, the panel down. And you know what, I probably won't. I'll probably just leave it like that. The light pink. Let's go there. Whoops, the stamp just fell right off. I have not done this color yet. So let's maybe go with the bigger one and put it right there. And that guy there. And let's do that one there. I might just leave it at that. Sometimes less is more. I'm just gonna throw those all off to the side, clean those up later. And I actually do not know if I'm going to add anything else onto this. I feel that that fits the prompt for travel. So, make sure I don't have ink on my fingers, and I have got a card base sitting over here. And it should fit perfectly onto there. So you know what? I am going to glue that on. Got my art glitter glue. Okay, I think I am just going to leave it as it is. I'm happy with that. And I feel like adding more to it would just take away from it. So this is my card for week 27 of the Altered Index 2025 challenge put on by Nonstop Paper Crafts. And the prompt for this week is maps or travel. So thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful, peaceful day.